What's going on, everybody? So I got to thinking earlier today, what if Calvin Johnson came out of retirement to play for the Patriots? Do you guys remember what happened with Randy Moss and Tom Brady? I'm thinking about it because the man is 30 years old. He got at least enough. If he wanted to continue to play, if the Lions would have done more to make them a competitor, I think Calvin Johnson would have still been playing the game of football right now. But the Lions have been bad for so long that it begins to take a toll on you and you want to get away, especially with all of the stuff about concussions and mental health and all the stuff like that. But let's not forget about how electrifying this man was throughout his entire career. And it's not impossible that he can come back to any team he wants once the retirement clears. You guys got to remember that. I don't know what the exact rule is, but I know that some players say they take at least a year off and then they come back. This man at 30 years old right now has enough left in the tank to provide the Patriots with one more Super Bowl with Tom Brady before Garoppolo takes the reins, or whatever it is. Why did I say realms? I'm thinking about Game of Thrones. But the reins. Now, the reason that I'm saying this is because Bill Belichick earlier today in his conference, he pretty much washed away the fact that, it's going to be a problem with Garoppolo taking over for the first 4 games because of Deflategate and Tom Brady having to sit out. Now, that doesn't mean that they're taking their sights off Tom Brady. It just simply means that Bill Belichick is going to utilize what he has to win. But who better to win with than Tom Brady? This is very, very interesting, and I want people to actually think about this. Throughout Tom Brady's entire career, Deion Branch was probably the most known receiver he had. And where the hell is Deion Branch right now? Other than that, I'm speaking about that before, obviously, Randy Moss, who was probably arguably one of the greatest playmakers in the history of the NFL, came into his world, and everybody realized that Tom Brady had a deep throwing arm. So just think about that. A man that has won 4 Super Bowls and never really got through consecutive years with playing with great wide receiver talent. Of course, he had Gronkowski, and that was his major guy, for the time being. But as far as wide receiver goes, what would it be like? I want all the Pat fans to answer this, bro. What do you think would happen if Calvin Johnson came out of retirement and played with the New England Patriots? I'm going to go ahead and say that it's a guaranteed Super Bowl. I don't give a damn about all that stuff going on with the Denver Broncos and Von Miller. All that stuff gets isolated real quick when Tom Brady's getting the ball out of his hands to a guy like that when you have Gronkowski on the team as well. And Calvin Johnson, in my opinion, deserves a ring after going through a 0-16 season and all the BS that is the Detroit Lions. And I'm not trying to hate on the Lions fans. You guys are tough as hell to go through all the stuff that you've been through. But what would it be like if Tom Brady and Calvin Johnson played together? Leave your thoughts. One love.